If someone follows you around for a few weeks, what do they say about your work? What do they say? Oh, coach, no brainer. This player, she deserves to start. He deserves. You got to put him on the team. Oh, the specific, like being a clutch player, the specific role, they deserve it. They earned it. It's easy to say that you want to have this role. It's easy to say the coach lets you start and play how you want to play, but it's actually harder to work to earn those things. So if we treated your game like we did school, what would your grade in GPA be? So let's actually dive into and see what you've actually earned, not what you think you should have. So let's treat each of these things like it's a class. And it's grade you on it. So first off is skill work. Are you actually training consistently? Whatever that means to you. I'm not saying every single day, but you should be training 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Whatever it is, are you actually training and putting in work consistently? And are you actually training to develop what you'll be doing in games? It's cool to sit here and be like, I'm a 5'9" point guard and working on my post game. I'm not saying don't do it, but let's actually show up in games. Because Jalen Brunson, he's like what, 6'1"? He has a post game. So I'm not saying don't have it. I'm not saying don't work on it, but make sure you're training and working on things that actually perform and you'll do in games versus what you think is cool, what you think is sexy. But let's continue on the skill work. So are you doing work outside of practice? So outside of practice includes what your sport, like your actual coach will have you do. So if you're on a team and you're practicing with the team, and you have a trainer and you're working with them, are you doing stuff outside of that? That's extra work. That stuff is cool to be like, oh yeah, I'm practicing with the team. Well, the whole team is practicing, so everybody's getting better. If you're in a training session, then everybody in the training session is getting better. But to really want to separate to the next step and be the better you that you can be, you got to do stuff outside of that to really take a step to the next level. So are you doing extra work outside of these practices? And are you training with intention or are you kind of just going through the motions? Because you can do all this work, you can show up to every practice and show up to every training session. But if you're not showing up with intention and actually wanting to get something out of it, it doesn't matter that you're doing anything. You get better, but the level of growth you could have and should have is a little bit different. So far, what's your grade in the skill work? What'd you say? Is it an A? Is F is flying with great effort and you're killing it? Or is it F because you're not doing any of it? It's a C because I'm kind of training with attention and I'm kind of doing work outside of it. I'm not really that consistent. You see, that means you're average. It's cool. And not here to judge you, just presenting things out for you to think about. But let's go to the next class. Performance training. Are you doing anything at all? Are you lifting or are you running at all? Are you working for basketball performance? Or are you working for what's going on in the mirror? Ladies, are you trying to get that bigger butt? Be real, man. It's okay. I understand. Fellas, is you have the jersey, so you got the no sleep situation. Are you trying to get the arms bigger? Trying to have the six pack abs? Or are you trying to actually be a great hooper and perform? Not saying you can't have both, but priorities matter. You can have the big butt, but it has to come with being strong first. You can have the big arms. Let's make sure it's not going to take away from you actually getting your shoulders healthy because you have a lot of finishing to take care of and arms be over your head. Let's make sure you can actually build up and be able to perform the game versus just look good. Are you eating pretty decent? Man, that's it. That's the hitter. Are you eating? I'm not even saying great. I'm not saying you have to put the candy down or the junk food, but are you eating actual meals? Like, are you eating like meals that actually fuel you and help aid your performance versus just getting food in your body? Like a real meal. Like I'm talking about the meat that you have be a protein. Are you getting carbs, whether it's rice or pasta or whatever it is? Are you getting potatoes? Are you getting fruits and vegetables in? Like a real actual meal, are you getting it consistently? Are your workouts burning you out or are they building you up? Because it's cool to be like you in the gym training, you're lifting, and you're trying to do burpees and you're doing all this other stuff. But the point of the workout is to build you up, not to say we worked hard and you got burnt out doing it. So are you really training to build you up or are you working out to burn you out? So what's the grade so far? We talking about performance training. What's the grade so far as your performance training in your game? Here's the key piece of this class. Not the sexiest class to have. The one that everybody's like, I gotta take this class, but I don't want to. For me, that was math. I didn't enjoy the math. Still don't enjoy math that much, but it's needed. So the mental work is part of the boring class that most athletes kind of skip over, and they kind of understand it, but they don't want to do the work in it. So the first piece is, are you doing anything at all? Most players aren't. And this is the piece that builds you up and pairs with the skill work, because it doesn't matter how skilled you are if the mindset's off. It doesn't matter how skilled you are if you're not able to focus, you're not being disciplined. It's hard to be that skilled if you're not training to be disciplined. So are you training your focus? Are you training to be self-disciplined? Are you working to stack up the confidence and believe in yourself? Do you work for the short-term win and short and instant gratification, or are you working to build up the long-term endurance and long-suffering delayed gratification? This is the piece of the mental work that matters the most and separates you. Like, if you really want to be great, this class matters a lot, because this class pairs it with the skill work and the physical performance work. Because if you're not showing up mentally and you're not training to focus, not training to be disciplined, you're not trying to get confidence, the skill work doesn't show as much because the mindset isn't there. So, what's your grade in terms of the mental work for your game? And so you're not getting graded just by who you are on the court, but you're also getting graded by what you do off of it too. This is your character. So, are you a good human being? Do you cause trouble in the classroom or for your coach? Like, can your coach really trust you to be like, I'm not worried about her, she'll be good? He's a good kid. He's gonna take care of business and I'll make sure that they're good. Are you messy and you talk about other people, like talking negative about them all the time? Sound a bad character. Like, you really have to lock in, and even though you might want to talk crazy about this person, even though you might want to skip class, it's not always the best idea. Are you really a good character of human being? Who are you behind closed doors? Who are you when it's just nobody but you and God? Who is that person? So if you pass in this class, this is a great one that you really have to pass, because this one is almost supersedes everything else. Because if I can't trust you as a human being and as a person, the player is almost irrelevant. So what is your grade as far as this class of being a character human being? This class is a huge piece of the equation. It's a recovery piece. So you could be the most skilled player. You could be lifting every single day, and you're trying to eat right. You're doing all the mental work, and you're being a good person. But if you aren't sleeping right, you're still hurting yourself and you're still hurting your game. You can't perform at your best if you're sleepy and tired all the time. You can't just rely on coffee and the Celsius drinks and any other energy drinks and pre-workout just to get you to function. And this goes back to how you're eating and you're fueling yourself. So what is your recovery looking like? Like, are you getting a consistent number of hours of sleep? Are you going to bed at a decent time? Are you getting, whether it's 7 to 9, it varies per player and per person. So, what are your hours of sleep looking like? Are you getting the same number of sleep? Are you going to sleep about the same time? Waking up doing well? Are you having a down coffee all the time and Celsius or Alani, whatever it is? How are you treating yourself when it comes to recovery? What's your grade in this class? Be honest with yourself. So, with all these classes, do you see how much goes into being a high level player? Like, the more naturally gifted you are and the better you are right now, the more you can afford to slack on some of these things. But if you truly want to be a person or a player that has a longer career and a healthier career, the better you want these grades to be. But here's the part that a lot of players kind of want to hear. Like, these grades aren't just like you add on together. You're you're not just taking the average of them either. They really kind of multiply on each other. So if if you're a 10 in skill work, you're killing it, but you're a 3 in recovery and your character is at a 4. You're not performing like a 17 out of 30, just for the sake of, if you want to talk about these three classes. You're really performing at like a 5, because coaches can't trust you, because and your body just can't perform and execute. And so your talent kind of doesn't matter at that point. So, like, yeah, as much as coaches love Yao because he was a very highly skilled big man and he just couldn't stay healthy. And we just couldn't trust the fact that his body would show up. So, like, we just couldn't play him. We couldn't have him on the team. Or shoot, other players in the NBA, it's like, man, they're a great player, but we just don't know if they're going to be available because they're not doing the things they need to do to take care of their body. And they just have too many issues off the court. Talented guy, but we just don't know what we can do with him. So our talent is getting wasted. So what are we gonna do about all this? What's the point of this episode? So I want you to sit down and really rate yourself honestly in each category, with 1 being 0, 10 being like the 10 being the best of the best. And be honest, be real about yourself. It's not about what you think you are, but what your work actually shows that who you are. And better yet, ask someone else who sees you and knows how you work for real, to grade you and rate you too. If the grades don't match, somebody's probably lying. Somebody's not telling the full truth here. So once you get your grades and get your scores back, I want you to look at your lowest score and really commit to improving it for the next 30 days. Not all of them, just one. So if you really are doing terrible with performance training, go online and buy somebody's program. I know a trainer who has an online program for you guys. She's fired. Go to YouTube University and look up some training stuff you can do. Start doing some push-ups right now. It's so many things you can do to improve your body. Uh, it's really no excuses to have any of these being low at this point. So much work you can do around it, so many access to things that you can do and improve on. So if you can improve the weakest area, it'll have a big impact than just trying to maximize what you're already good at. Especially if it's something like your character or your mindset. If character and mindset are two worst things, or your recovery, fixing one of those three things will make a huge impact and growth in your game, but as in your life overall as a human being. Because if you are tired, sleepy all the time, it's hard for you to pay attention and focus. You can't give your best effort on the court and in the game, and it just hurts you all around. Or if you're the quote unquote bad kid, I'm not calling anybody bad, but if you're a bad kid and you're struggling with uh, your parents, letting you do stuff, your coach don't trust you, teachers don't trust you, if you clean that up, think about how much easier life would be to actually go out and do more stuff. So if you really take time to really and focus and improve whatever your lowest one is, it's gonna make so much more of a great jump for your game and for your life. You have to be very real about this too. If you have like a C or a D in your grades across the board, and you feel upset or bothered by the fact that you're not starting, or you're not playing as much as you want to, or you're not getting recruited, it's not the coach's fault. It's not the coach's problem. It's not, oh, I'm just so unlucky and I'm just down on my luck. I'm just, woe is me. It's a you problem. And your expectations need to match your effort, or you're just going to be lying to yourself. So either drop your expectations to match your effort, or raise your effort to match your expectations. Either way, you have to start stepping it up. So if you're in high school and you're trying to make varsity, you need like sevens across the board. Everything has to be about a 7. If you really want to play D1, upgrade that thing to about an 8 or a 9. You're trying to play pro, and it'll probably just be at least a 9 or a 10. You really can't look at having too many weak spots. So the level you want to get to really determines the grade that you need to have. For some of you, you got to have pretty much 9s or 10s across the board just to make varsity, because your varsity team is going crazy. So you probably have to be at a very high level of all this stuff. But I encourage you all and implore you all to really grow and working on it all. Like, LeBron is going to be great regardless, but the extra he put in made him even better and kept him going for as long as he has been doing. So it's easy to say that you want to be great, but what does your work say about you? What does your work say about how great you are? They say that your actions speak louder than words. So right now, let your actions speak for you.